here with Curtis Granderson. Curtis, Manager Terry Collins said that every ball player goes through this at one point, and it kind of humbles you. Could you put that into words, what it is now that you're going through, and how you try and work your way through it?
The big thing is you want to go ahead and try to be as productive and as positive as you can, and obviously when you don't get the results you want to, you start trying to figure out exactly what the reason is, and you're still searching for the answers, but once you do find the answers, you realize that this is a very tough game. And that's the reason why a lot of people don't get an opportunity to play it. And as easy as it was in T-ball and Little League and high school, if we can revert back to just having fun like we do in those times, which I try my best to do all the time, things start to finally even themselves out.
Well, that is your rep. It's always been your rep that you have a joy for the game. When you're struggling like this, and you are a team leader, and there's so many young guys on this team, a guy like Travis Darno who's also struggling, how can you be a role model through this struggle to help them learn?
Big thing, keep talking to them and realize, keep your head held high. You know, there's a lot of baseball left to be played. We're only in April. I think we've played maybe 18 games up to this point, and last I checked, there's 162 on the season. So baseball has a funny way of going through some ups and downs. You just want to try not to get too low and hopefully eliminate those peaks and valleys and keep just moving up on the straight and narrow. But realizing that we've all done it before, we've all had a couple struggles, we continue to keep battling, we keep swinging the bat, and a lot of things will go in our favor.
The old adage is that you are what the back of your baseball card says. So coming to the ballpark, knowing that, does that ease your mind? Or if you have a good round of BP, does it change your mindset going into the game? Or
you always look a little positive. You just continue to go out there and put yourself in a position to hit. And try not to cover everything because you never did that before. Get your pitch, try not to miss it, and then good things will eventually happen. But then also give respect to the opposing pitchers and also the defense. They get paid a lot of money to go out there and try to catch everything and get you out. So if you put a good swing on the bat and someone makes a good play on it, you tip your hat, you take the positives from that and continue to move on to the next at-bat.
Taking positives, as much as this team has struggled, offensively, defensively, even pitching, we've had the lead in every game except two. You're 9-9 with all those struggles. Is that something you guys can build on as a team?
Exactly. Look at all the great things you have, you know, with where we've been at, you know, playing 500 baseball right now, that means there's room to improve. And if we get to improve just a little bit here and there, all of a sudden we end up in the top in our division, which is exactly where you want to be. We got on top in a lot of the games, so we scored early and often. We put pressure on the opposing starting pitching. Now we just got to continue to apply that pressure as we keep going on. Our bullpen's done an amazing job of keeping us in ball games as long as they can, such as yesterday with a 14-inning game. So we just got to continue to do things to make their job a lot easier, including our starting rotation.
Now you've obviously been in New York, the other side. A little different. I mean, you've never heard what you heard the other day, but you come through with a big hit. Is that difficult being in the city before being a guy that was never booed and then having to actually hear that for the first time?
Oh, it's interesting. No, you know, I have been booed on the other New York side, and I've been booed on the Detroit side. So it's part of it, though, and I understand it. Fans want to go ahead and see their players do great things and you see their team do well, and if you don't, obviously they're not going to cheer for you, so the one thing that you could possibly do is go ahead and return the boos, which is one of those things. So our goal, along with myself and the rest of this team, is to give the team give the fans as many things as possible to cheer about. Let's continue to play baseball, play hard, have fun, and go out there and try to pick up as many W's as we can.
Speaking of the last game, the 0-4 doesn't matter. The fact that you got the game-winning RBI, that's what you take with you when you exit the ballpark, get in your car. Is that what's in your head?
Yeah, you know, W's. That's all we want to get. If we keep winning, everything continues to move forward. That's what this thing is all about. It's about the New York Mets. It's not about us individually. And we got to go out there and try to win every ball game we can and give ourselves an opportunity to win it. And we were able to do that last night. Now we start up another tough series with the St. Louis Cardinals. You know, this is a team that plays fundamentally sound baseball. I've had a chance of playing against them a lot over the course of my career. We know exactly what we're going to get from them. We got to go out there and out-compete them because they're going to be ready to play.
And lastly, I know before All-American League, there is interleague play, but what's your National League experience been like for you now, playing in the National League as a member of a National League team?
You know, it's been interesting. Everyone talks about the games being a lot quicker over here, and we've been the absolute opposite of that, you know, going a lot of extra inning games, playing 3+ hour games. So very similar to how it was for me over on the other New York side of things, just playing a nice long grind out game and seeing who could be victorious afterwards. But it's fun, it's energetic. The double switches are something that are interesting to me. Obviously seeing the pitchers hit on a consistent basis is something I enjoy watching. So other than that, though, it's still baseball when it's all said and done.
And will you miss, going home, listening to the post-game, John Sterling's Randy Man calls?
He did a great job of it. A lot of buzz with that. Everybody fed off that. It was a great thing to have. Hopefully we can get another call over here and see what ends up happening. As long as the fans enjoy it, I'm all for it.
Appreciate it, Chris.
No problem.
Good luck, man.
Thank you very much.